Hello, hello. Welcome to my first ever YouTube class. Now, I guess it's not my first ever. I did a couple of these a long time ago, but now trying again, and hopefully you'll enjoy it, and hopefully I will get more comfortable doing this. Because to be honest, it always feels really awkward for me just teaching yoga to the camera. But when we do things more and more, it becomes a bit easier each time. So we'll go from here. I wanted today to do just a really basic morning practice that you can use the on the weekends, on the weekdays when you have maybe a little bit more time than just a few minutes, but still you want something nice and gentle for when you have just rolled out of bed. So we're going to start lying down. You can come onto your backs. And go ahead, bend your knees and bring your feet about as wide as your mat. Good, and then just let your knees fall inward towards each other. Take your hands onto your belly. And we'll just start by breathing in slowly through the nose. Feel your belly, your ribs, your entire torso there just kind of rise up into your hands. And then open your mouth and let that breath out. And again, big full breath in. And exhale through the mouth. Good, and do it one more time. Inhaling slowly and fully. And at the very top of the breath, just pause there, hold it in for just a moment. And then a big breath out of your mouth. And we're going to get right into it. Stretch your arms out to the sides and just start by letting your knees fall over to the right and then back up and over to the left. So you could think of this as like a windshield wiper movement. Windshield wiper, knees to the right and to the left. Now if you'd like to add a little bit of head movement here to start to loosen up through the neck, you can turn your head to look left as your knees drop to the right. And then switch. Drop your knees over to the left and gently roll your head. Turn it so you're looking towards the right. And we'll keep going here. Find your own pace. And just let your breath be natural here. Starting to breathe in and out through the nose. And we're just beginning to waken up our hips. Saying hello to the lower back. Do it one more time to each side. Over to the right. And over to the left. Good. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And just rock a little bit from side to side. Maybe even taking the knees there, making some big circles, drawing them close in towards you, and then pulling them away from you. Do a few circles there in one direction. And then into the opposite direction. And circling those knees, massaging your back body into your mat. And then we'll come up. Feel free to just rock yourself up, or else you can do like what I will do and roll over to your side and use your hand to assist you on the way up. Perfect. We're going to come right to all fours and we'll start moving through some cat and cow. So setting up here is first spread the fingers wide. Bring your shoulders so that they're just about underneath. Bring your wrists so that they're just about underneath your shoulders. You're going to look back at your knees and they should just be about underneath your hips. Spread the fingers wide, press into the fingertips and then a little bit into the base of every knuckle. And then inhale, pull your heart forward and up. Lift up through your tailbone as you drop your belly down. So we're creating an arch. And then exhale, press the ground away, rounding the spine, bringing your chin towards your chest. And again, inhale to arch or cow pose. And then exhale as you round the spine. Use the ground, push it away, coming into cat. Good. Keep moving between the two. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Maybe you stick like this movement or make it your own. Sway your hips around, bending your elbows, moving your shoulders. So you can sort of just find some freestyle, free form movement. And really, since this is ideal for a morning practice, you want to move in any way that feels good to you, where you feel like you're just getting into those tight spots in your body. There's no right or wrong. You can even close your eyes, and sometimes that helps so that your body just begins to go where it wants to go without overthinking it. And then we'll meet back on all fours. Take your right arm, reach it up toward the sky, and then taking that right arm underneath your left side, bend your left elbow so you can drop down onto the right side of your head. Now, with your left hand, you're going to come up onto fingertips. So your left hand looks like a little tent. And gently press the ground away with that left hand so that your left shoulder starts to spin back. Coming into this thread the needle pose, just a nice little twist here. Make sure you're still breathing in and out through the nose. Good, one more breath in and out. And then as we unwind, press the ground away again with the left palm. Reach the right arm all the way up, big breath in. And then exhale, bring your right hand back to the ground. And then before we do the other side, take another cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And then come back to neutral. Left arm goes up, big breath in. And then left arm weaves underneath the right side. Bend the right elbow to allow your upper body to drop down. With the right hand, you come up onto fingertips and gently press the ground away to find that nice twist. Oh, this feels so nice through the spine. I even feel an opening there into my upper back between the shoulder blades. Take one more breath. And then unravel, left arm comes up and left hand comes down. Perfect. Take the knees wide. Bring your big toes towards each other. Child's pose. Walk the hands out. Forehead to the ground. And we're going to come into a bit of a more active child's pose. So walking the hands out and then again come up onto those fingertips so the hands look like little tents. And press into all 10 fingertips to reach your hips back just a little bit more. And as you breathe here, try to breathe into the back body. Feel the expansion into the back, the side waist, the back ribs. Breathe all the way up behind your heart space. Nice work. Come back to all fours. And from here, lift your right leg up and back. And then step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Good. Back knee stays down. You might want to take your left knee, actually lift it a little and wiggle it slightly further back. Now, if you feel like you need more space, you can come up onto fingertips. You can also use blocks if you have them. If you don't have blocks, maybe you have some thick, like textbooks, something that can just lift you up a bit, give you a little bit more height. And then we're going to take the hips, reach them slightly back. So you're coming out of that sort of quad stretch here, that opening through the psoas. You sort of come back out of it. And then as you sink back into it, lift up through your chest. Good, we'll add a breath here. So inhale to reach the hips back just a couple inches. And exhale to sink those hips forward again, lifting your heart, relaxing your shoulders. Again, inhale, hips go back. Exhale, hips go forward. One more time. Inhale, hips back. Exhale, hips forward. And then a gentle twist here. Left hand stays either on the ground or block, whatever you're using. Right hand to the inside of that right thigh. Press gently into your right thigh to turn your chest to the right and twist. Now notice the shoulders like to creep up to the ears. So especially that left arm, put a little bend in the elbow and then relax your shoulders down. Deep inhale and exhale. Again, breathing in and breathing out. Perfect. Move those blocks out of the way if you have them, or your textbooks. And then bring the right knee back to meet the left knee. You're just going to sit back onto your heels. Inhale, the arms come up. Go ahead with your right hand, take hold of your left wrist. I'll do this so you can see me. And then take a bend over to the right. And back to center. Inhale. Left hand grabs the right wrist. Side bend to the left. And then back to center. Arms release down. Now we're ready to do that on the other side. So from hands and knees, also known as tabletop pose, reach that left leg back and step left foot outside of left hand. Now, options, flat palms, fingertips, a little more height there, or blocks, or whatever you might be using as blocks. Right knee, lift it up, inch it back just a tiny bit there. And then as you inhale, lift up your chest, let your hips get heavy, they sink forward. Exhale, hips back, just a little bit there. So you come out of the stretch, and then as you inhale again, you go back into it, maybe a little bit deeper. Feel the width and the wideness of the collarbone. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. And exhale forward. And I don't remember how many we did on the first side, so we will do one more. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Now for that twist. Right hand stays down, left hand to the inside of the left leg. Right elbow, if you tend to lock your elbows especially, then notice that you need a little bend there. So your shoulders stay relaxed as you press against the left thigh and gently turn your belly, your ribs, your chest to the left. And 2 breaths here. Deep breath in and out. And one more. In and out. Perfect. Come back to hands and knees. Sit the hips back one more time onto the heels. And this time, inhale to reach up. Grab hold of your elbows. Side bend over to the right. Inhale to reach up. Side bend over to the left. And inhale, back to center. Reach all 10 fingertips toward the sky. And bring your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes. Take an inhale through your nose. And out through your mouth. And just taking a moment to tune in, noticing how your body might be starting to wake up. I hope you start to feel a little bit looser and better in your skin. Your energy might be starting to shift. And that's just already from a few moments and a few simple poses. Good, just another second here to go inward and become aware of what's going on right now. And then we'll come on to hands and knees. We'll make our way into downward dog. So from tabletop, take your hands, walk them slightly forward of your shoulders. Check that your fingers are still spread wide. I like to take my hands so that the index finger is parallel with the outer edge of my mat. So the hands are turned out like ever so slightly. And then toes are going to be tucked under. Begin to lift your hips all the way up and back. Now, for this first downward dog, take your feet wide. You can go like as wide as your mat. And then you're going to bend the right knee, reach the left heel towards the floor. And switch, left knee bends, right heel reaches towards the floor. A couple more times like that from side to side. Now this is also really my first practice of the day, so I do feel super tight in my body. And so you'll just see how slowly and deliberately I'm moving. And maybe gently shake out your head, loosen up your neck. Good. Now start to bring the feet about hip distance apart. Keep a softness to the knees. Press into the fingertips and the base of every knuckle. And see if you can lift your hips up and back, finding a little bit more length in your spine. And draw your belly in so navel hugs in toward the spine. And then reach your heels slightly towards the floor. They don't need to touch, but just in that direction. You feel that sensation through the backs of the legs. Take another breath. And then from here, start to walk your hands backwards to meet your feet. Coming into Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Keep a softness to your knees. Let your head drop down. And for this one, you have options. Hands can stay just as they are. Fingertips on the floor. You can grab hold of your elbows and sway your torso. Right, maybe getting a bit more into the shoulders. You can interlace hands behind the low back, squeezing the arms up and over. You're just going to see what feels good for you in the moment. Check in that you're still breathing. Good. Whatever arm variation you chose, come so that we're on the same place with our fingertips on the floor. And then with a softness to the knees, nice and bent, start to press into your feet. So you really feel like you're engaging with the earth. You're pressing down and at the same time just slowly rolling up here, one vertebra at a time. Let your head come up last. All right. And we're going to put some of that together in just a little mini flow. So come up to the top of your mat, standing tall in mountain pose. Feet are about hip width. Close your eyes. And just try to feel that you're stacked here with your hips approximately over your ankles. Your shoulders are resting over your hips. You're pressing down into your feet. So energetically, again, connecting with the earth. But you also feel like you're kind of reaching the crown of your head upwards. So you're lengthening in both directions, feeling connected, but also expansive. And then with your next breath, we're going to inhale, reach arms up. You can look up if you'd like. And then exhale, forward fold, bend the knees as much as you need to. Good. This time, bring your hands onto your shins, below your knees. And then lengthen your spine by reaching your chest forward, looking forward, and breathing in. So lifting up halfway. From here, step back into downward facing dog. And then from downward dog, take your right leg, lift it up. Step your right foot outside your right hand. Drop your left knee down. If this is moving too fast for you, you can watch this the first time and try it again when you watch the video your second time. And this time we're just going to reach that right arm up into a twist. Inhale. Exhale the right hand down. And then step back, downward facing dog. Good. Lift your left leg up as you breathe in. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. And if it doesn't quite make it, maybe it gets here, just grab it, put your back knee down, grab your foot, put it forward. Then that back knee is down if it wasn't already. And the left arm goes up, big breath in. And exhale out. Nice work. Step back, downward dog. Take a breath here in and out. We're going to drop down onto hands and knees. Bring your shoulders forward, maybe even a little bit past your wrists. And then bend your elbows so you lower down onto your belly. We're going to come into Sphinx. Elbows underneath the shoulders. So your upper arm and lower arm make a right angle. And your forearms are parallel to each other. And then press down into the palms. Lift the chest. Good. Relax your shoulders. Feel like your shoulder blades are sliding down your back. I was just laughing because talking about the right angle and parallel. That's like probably the most I've thought about like math or geometry in a while. They say you'll never need these things, but you will. Now, another breath in. And out. Perfect. Take your hands on top of one another. Elbows go out wide so you make a little pillow and rest your forehead there. We're going to bend the knees and then windshield wiper the legs, switch them side to side. And then hands can come next to your chest for cobra pose. Elbows slightly hugging in, pointing your toes, pressing down into the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift up, just a couple inches. Exhale, lower down. 2 more times. Inhale, press into the tops of the feet. Gently use the hands. Exhale, lower. And last one. Inhale. Shoulders stay relaxed, collarbone wide. And exhale. And then press up to your hands and knees, child's pose. Knees go wide. Forehead to the ground. Bend your elbows, just let everything get heavy and rest. Big breath in. Open your mouth, exhale it out. One more time, inhale. And exhale. And then from here, come to find your seat. And we'll just take a couple seated poses. Let's see. Straighten your right leg. Bend your left knee so your left foot is on the floor. That right foot, you want to flex it a little bit. Point the toes up towards the sky. And then with your right hand, grab hold of the front of your left shin. Bring your left hand behind you. Inhale to lengthen, sit up tall. Exhale, gently twist towards the left. Now this is a good place to stay. You can also, on your next breath, if you'd like, just an option, reach the right arm up, breathing in, and exhaling, left elbow to the outside. Right. Inhale, reaching the right arm up, and exhale, twisting to the left. Left elbow connects with the right thigh there. One more breath. And then unwind. You're just going to take both hands off to the right side, a little counter twist. Straighten both legs, shake it out. Bend your right knee, foot comes in. Right hand behind you, grab hold with your left hand of your right shin. Sit up tall as you inhale and twist as you exhale. Same thing, option to stay here with this arm variation, or next breath you inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left elbow to the outside of the right thigh and press. But if this starts to feel like you're all tight in the chest and the belly and it closes off your breath, then don't do it. Just stick with the first arm variation there. Either way, you want to focus on breathing in and sitting tall and exhaling to twist a little bit deeper. Good work. Unravel. Lean over to the left side. Both hands come down. And then back through center. Feet together. Butterfly pose or Baddha Konasana. You can grab the ankles or hook onto the big toes, whatever you like there. Inhale, tall. Close your eyes. Exhale, lean forward. Don't worry about how far you go. Just start to notice when you feel a nice sensation there in the outer hips. Maybe rock a little bit with your torso side to side. If your fold is going a bit far forward, you can walk your hands out. Instead of holding on to the feet or the toes, you can walk the hands forward. Good. Sit up tall. And then cross your ankles. Close your eyes. And one more time, tuning into your body. Noticing how things are feeling now. And if you did do this practice in the morning, maybe taking a moment to just envision yourself moving through your day and thinking about what type of energy it is that you want to bring with you off your mat and out into the day. And just setting the intention to take that with you. Slowly breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Bring your hands together. Let your eyes open. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope that you feel more awake and comfortable and loose in your body. And thank you so much for supporting me and sharing your practice with me. Have a great day.